Welcome to today's explainer of the latest Tech and Night intelligence briefing. We are looking at a massive structural shift happening right before our eyes. Literally, a world where agile underdogs are completely rewriting the rules across tech, finance, and global entertainment. We're seeing a brand new reality take shape, where bigger isn't always better, and where smarter, fairer, and decentralized systems are decisively taking the lead. We've got a packed agenda today. We'll be covering the AI efficiency revolution, the crypto sovereign shift, next-gen gaming milestones disrupting the co-op economy, and finally, the future tech paradigm. All right, let's kick things off with a question. What does this massive number actually mean? 87.4%. Well, in the world of artificial intelligence, this is the exact number that just completely shattered the status quo. It turns out this is the staggering accuracy score achieved by a tiny, independent AI agent on the incredibly rigorous replica scientific benchmark. And get this, it decisively beat out the multi-trillion parameter tech giants. Which brings us to part one, the AI efficiency revolution, where Inherent's Faraday 27B model absolutely crushes the compute bloat of proprietary AI. Take a look at this disparity, because it is just fascinating. Faraday took first place with an 87.4% total score, but it did it with just 27 billion dense parameters. Compare that to the multi-trillion parameter clusters used by the tech giants, which are essentially massive brute force guessing engines. So how did Faraday actually pull this off? Well, instead of just guessing the next word based on statistics, Faraday uses a proprietary recursive hypothesis loop. It translates scientific inquiries into formal symbolic equations and then tests them in a physics sandbox. It's quite literally using recursive, formal logic to outsmart brute force compute scaling. Dr. Aryan Ramaranian, the chief AI scientist over at Inherent, hit the nail on the head when he said, "True artificial intelligence is not measured by trillion-parameter compute bloat, but by a model's capacity to rigorously interrogate its own hypotheses against the unyielding laws of mathematics and physics." Because Faraday enforces strict mathematical verification, it drops calculation errors in complex tasks like protein folding to absolute zero. And even better, this completely democratizes computational power. Instead of needing a megawatt-scale enterprise data center, smaller research labs can now run frontier scientific deduction locally on consumer-grade workstations. The power is shifting right back to the independent researcher. Moving right along to Section 2, let's see how this theme of efficiency builds as we pivot from AI into global finance and energy. So, the crucial question in this macroeconomic shift is, who's actually holding U.S. Treasury debt right now? Foreign central banks, particularly in Japan and China, are aggressively dumping U.S. debt to defend their own currencies. But regulated stablecoins are stepping right into that void. Driven by Circle receiving a historic U.S. National Trust Bank charter from federal regulators at the OCC, stablecoins like USDC now hold over $154 billion in short-term T-bills. They're essentially acting as a decentralized shock absorber for our massive $35 trillion national debt. Jeremy Allaire, the CEO of Circle, really captured this shift, stating that regulated stablecoins are no longer fringe crypto assets. They have become the critical structural pillars stabilizing global demand for U.S. sovereign debt. This federal charter effectively formalizes a bridge between legacy SWIFT banking rails and next-generation decentralized liquidity. It allows Wall Street to settle massive transactions instantly and safely. And this efficiency doesn't just stop with stablecoins. To put this into perspective, the European Union's aggressive carbon regulations have made mining in Central Europe completely unprofitable, sitting at over $98,000 per Bitcoin. This unilateral regulation literally drove 35% of the Bitcoin hash rate right out of Europe and into Siberia. Why? Energy arbitrage. In Siberia, mining syndicates are tapping into stranded oil field flare gas, converting waste methane that would normally just be vented into the atmosphere into productive energy. This drops their mining costs to just $32,400 per Bitcoin. It proves that computational networks act a lot like thermodynamic water. They just naturally flow towards the cheapest, most efficient, and stranded energy sources on Earth. All right, let's shift gears from the financial sector to the entertainment sector for Section 3, exploring how technical efficiency is redefining the $200 billion global gaming medium at Gamescom 2026. Jeff Keighley has confirmed an absolutely explosive opening night live lineup. We are seeing a massive return to authentic, single-player storytelling as a direct pushback against the whole live service trend. Whether we're talking about the real-time architectural destruction in Gears of War E-Day or the mind-bending lighting tech in Metro 2039, the established norms of the medium are being pushed to their absolute limits. But here's where it gets really interesting.
Perhaps the most disruptive technical shift is coming from a smaller studio. Embark Studios is launching its 5th technical expedition for Arc Raiders, and they are pulling a major David versus Goliath move against established extraction shooter titans. How are they doing it? By moving all structural destruction calculations to state-of-the-art server-side cloud clusters. By moving destruction to the cloud, they completely eradicate competitive client-side cheating. If you've ever wanted to pull your hair out over an unfair match in an online shooter, you know exactly why this architectural shift is such a game changer. Smarter architecture is beating legacy systems, ensuring every environmental collapse is synced perfectly across all players with sub-15 millisecond accuracy.
Now for Section 4, let's examine how a super simple concept, the free Friends Pass, is completely destroying the massive $70 multiplayer barrier. The numbers from GameSpot's cheap week analysis really tell a fascinating story here. In the traditional dual purchase model for a co-op game, a household pays $140, which leads to a massive 68% consumer drop-off simply due to financial friction. But with the Friends Pass model, where one person buys the game for $70 and invites a buddy for free, that entry friction completely vanishes. This consumer-friendly approach actually generates a 2.4 times net increase in launch window sales because of viral organic word of mouth. Plus, players who play together are 300% more likely to buy cosmetic expansions later on. Joseph Ferris, the creative director over at Hazelight Studios, sums it up perfectly. In an era where paywalls increasingly divide players, allowing friends to experience great cooperative art together for free is the most honest, effective marketing strategy. It underscores a vital lesson for all tech sectors today. When interactive platforms prioritize consumer dignity and fairness over aggressive upfront monetization, they actually build a much more resilient and profitable commercial foundation. Which brings us to our final section, synthesizing all these distinct vectors from the Tekken Night briefing into a single, cohesive view of tomorrow's landscape. When we step back and look at these 3 structural takeaways, the pattern is just undeniable. First, we're seeing the triumph of algorithmic reasoning, where smarter, leaner AI beats undisciplined bloat. Second, we're watching decentralized stablecoins anchor national economies exactly where legacy systems are retreating. And finally, we're seeing that consumer-centric fairness and honest pricing actually crush greedy paywalls every single time. It's an incredibly fascinating shift in the balance of power, right? We're moving away from these massive, inflexible monoliths and leaning hard into agility, efficiency, and consumer sovereignty. So I want to leave you with this question to chew on. As technology fundamentally shifts this power dynamic back to the agile and the consumer, are you ready to adapt to a world where efficiency and fairness outplay brute force? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer. Keep questioning the status quo, and I'll catch you next time.